Right. Hi. Sorry, guys. Just sorting out my sound there, but it's because I'm here with a stream of build 31. It's our alpha build. We've been making a couple of updates to the game as usual. So this is this week's stream. I actually haven't uploaded last week's yet, but I will add that to our YouTube channel soon. Um, I noticed a couple of people had viewed. We had a couple hundred unique viewers last week, and a few people hopped into the website and backed the project, which is really great. So yeah, thanks to you guys for doing that. And with a bit of luck, we can get a couple more going with the stream. We'll jump straight into it. You'll notice things are looking a little different. There's been some styling updates that have happened. I'm just going to crank the game sound up a little bit real quick as well. There we go. I was just competing with the music to start with there. Anywho. Cool. Right, so we'll get right into it. I see we have updated the title screen with build 31, but our game is still build 30. We just neglected to update that number there. So yeah, please just note that this is actually build 31, which is live on Steam on our playtest and main build. So if you have a key to play, you'll be able to access this. And you can kind of see there's definitely something different going on here now. We've got the trident squad symbol representing our squad here. And this is leading into what will hopefully be some team-based mechanics that we'll be implementing over the next few weeks that you'll be able to see in action. So this is the start of that. Right, which I think is looking pretty cool. Starting to get rid of some of the placeholder assets, which is great. This build mainly orients around concurrency and is sort of the first pass at some of our concurrency and real-time versus turn-based mechanics that are interweaved with each other in the game, particularly around contact. Now, the contact area is quite large around your squad, so for the most part, we'll only be dealing with one combat engagement. But if you do get far enough away, I think it's about 3 kilometers, so it would be pretty much on the other side of the map. You will then have a separate combat engagement that would execute. And yeah, so we're going to tweak those numbers as we go. There's still a few more features that need to be implemented, and our devs are working hard on that this week. So with a bit of luck, that'll be signed and sealed off for next week's build. So watch this space. Cool. Let's see what our squad is here at the moment. So we've got Quake here. It's got some bandages. I see we've trimmed down the inventory a little bit. So we've got some 5.56 rounds there and a mag. Yeah, so there have been some inventory changes here. So there is actually this pouch that has been attached to the backpack that opens up these slots here, which is pretty cool. So you can actually go and chuck those in there if you want. I'm pretty sure if you remove this, yeah, there you go. Those pouches are now gone, and this backpack is just the space here. So we've kind of stuck the pouch into the backpack and put it back over there. You can then kind of pack things away like that if you really wanted to. Yeah, I mean, feel free to play around with that. We've also got a hard armor plate in here. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So that is going to impact on armor when taking hits. So yeah, maybe don't leave that in the backpack. Cool. And it looks like we loaded with one mag here already. So I think the difference between this week's build and last week's build is that there was some work for us to do there. I think we probably want to load that mag, yeah. And then I'm going to just put this on. Yeah, what is this? My drop leg bag. Awesome. Cool, so there's some changes here, which is nice. Let's check this out. So we have a CT17 sheepdog here, which is nice because he has got some bloods for us, which is something we struggled with in our last playthrough. I think there was a situation where our snipe got hit, kept on bandaging, and then I neglected to keep the wound bandaged up, and they died, which was sad. Oh, we have a second CT17 in Melva here as well, which is pretty cool. They're all rocking the M4s, so no sniper loadout for this run through. They are still in the game, but at the moment we're just randomly generating a lot of it. So, okay, awesome. Right, I've made a few other changes to the game. So these are a few kind of balancing tweaks. For example, we're not in turn-based combat at the moment, but the reload used to be 2 AP to reload, which I thought was a little expensive. The rationale behind it did make sense though, which was that if your mags are in your backpack, they're going to cost extra action points to just do a reload. You can't just go command wheel reload and then you know the cost of actually going into your backpack to get that mag to reload is negligible. That isn't correct. Sorry, just sorting out my microphone. Hold on. There you go, so you don't have to hear me tapping away on my keyboard. There we go. Am I coming through nice and clear? Sweet. So yeah, that cost has been decreased to 1 AP. We're going to continue trying those out for balance purposes. The other thing which I really like is that if you have got weapons up, the move speed has been increased. So it was really slow before. The movement is now a little bit snappier, just keeps combat feeling a little bit slicker. The distance is still the same. Actually, sorry, it's slightly longer than it was before in turn-based mode as well, which we'll check out when we get into a engagement here. I'm actually just going to keep them weapons up, and we'll just move into fire teams here into what is our usual engagement at this point. Keep an eye out for enemies. I have also made a few changes to the accuracy of the enemies. So we haven't wired up enemy attributes to their abilities yet. So I'll show, I just want to set up a little Overwatch there as these guys move in. Cool. Maybe go a little wide here. Let's put them all on Overwatch there just in case. It's almost like I know they're going to come down this path. So what am I talking about here? It's just with the enemies. We have these attributes in the game for friendly characters at the moment, and these feed into all sorts of different mechanics. So, for example, combat proficiency, you can see there, deals with weapon accuracy and suppression and so on. And that stat is the driving force behind the accuracy when taking a shot. It's a complicated formula, so I'm not going to go into the details of it, but it factors in range, obviously, which body part you're aiming at. Oh, speaking of which, I believe... Okay, so you can't shoot at buildings yet, but I believe you can shoot at each other. I'm not going to do that unless things go very wrong. But yeah, do keep in mind there is some work being done on actually being able to shoot outside of combat, which I think is pretty cool. Like if I want to shoot this wall, for example, I should be able to do that. So we are working on that at the moment. Anyway, I digress. The enemies have got these same stats, so wind resiliency, cohesion, engineering, meds, combat, and tactical aptitude. But their chance to hit is not actually linked to those yet. So we are doing some work on enemies and their statistics and how they feed into the formulae for their chances to hit. They were quite deadly before, and that's because they had a simplified accuracy calculation, which I've just toned down a little bit. So it shouldn't be quite as harsh, but yeah, watch out for those headshots nonetheless. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody's coming up here. So I think we can safely move our second team up. We're doing this kind of like staggered Overwatch formation here. I know Shandor, shout out to Shandor if you're listening to this stream. Oh, hello. Has done some really cool work on Overwatch from an authentic military standpoint. So yeah, thanks for that. That is feeding into a lot of our mechanics. Cool. Right, a few new things to look at here. You can see, we should really get some tooltips up here, but basically we've updated our turn order widget quite significantly. It functions in the same way. So you can see our 4 Trident operatives are here, and the one guy that just took a shot at us is over there in the turn order widget. And they are collected under this tab, Engagement 1. This here is basically for enemies that are outside of this engagement. And this is sort of like a world turn, for lack of a better phrasing at the moment. I can't remember, what does this stand for? Move? Yeah, move. I'm not sure what the R stands for. Oh well. If only Chaos was here, he would be able to help me out. But yeah, this is basically the non-engaged combat turn. There are actually 3 phases now. There'll be the engagement turn, kind of the non-engaged turn, and then you'll have a turn where any soldiers that you had that were not in engagement, you'd be able to move and plan around. So they're all in engagement at the moment, which means we're not going to get that turn. But that is the idea behind these tabs here for now. This is a work in progress, so we're testing this out to see if it works, and if we're happy with it, we will probably make some changes to it. We are considering designing a kind of a plan and move kind of phase, a la door kickers, but not real time. So being able to kind of plot out waypoints, moves, directions that you're facing in, and then executing all those at the same time as the enemy in order to see what the result is. But for now, I think what we do is we are weapon ready. Do we suppress this guy? Yeah, I think maybe... So just to show you that cost there, you can see in the tooltip there, the weapon reload is a 1.0 cost now, which is great. Grenades are still 1. Overwatch is still rest of turn, as long as you have more than 1 AP, that is. And targeting is still the same. I am going to do a suppressor fire, which should reduce his accuracy. Cool. It's our second guy's turn, and he's going to take a shot. In fact, probably 2 shots. Missed the first one. Looks like we got a hit there. Yeah. Find an enemy and hit chest. Great. So he'll be wounded. Okay, we should be able to see that on him as well. Okay. These guys are going to have to move a little closer, I think. So you can see their range is a little bit increased now, but they move a little snappier, which is nice. See, yeah, he's a bit out of range. Okay. I'm going to move up here then, I guess. And then what I think we'll do is go 1.0 here and then just overwatch in case he tries to run away. Oh, is that just outside range? Yeah, it is. Damn. Oh well. Oh, it looks like I might have broken the combat. Oh, no, we're good. That's actually our guy doing the suppression that is having his turn now. Alright, that enemy's taken 2 rounds. Both in the chest. He is almost certainly going to bleed out soon. He's just taken a shot. And missed both, thankfully. Cool. Let's see, there we go. Get into some third person over the shoulder. I think we just keep peppering him. See if we can put him down. Cool, there we go. That's the end of combat. Nice. Just one enemy there then. That's been nerfed a little. We'll go check it, see if he's carrying anything useful. I am quite keen to switch out for the AK. Let's just post up a Overwatch just on the main road there. You can move up onto his shoulder. You here. You here. Okay, no wins. This is a better start than usual, although it was less enemies, so... maybe what we do is we can kind of go behind this rock here and cover this area across. Get an overwatch going on the main road. I guess we'll do some sort of crossover watch here. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but there we go. That is what we're doing, and then you are gonna go loot this guy. This isn't a looter shooter, but I did want to show the looting mechanics. So yeah, the inventory is okay. There's some work still being done on this dialogue. I don't need everything from this guy, but what I do want to do is grab the AK. Yeah, I wonder if there's anything in his backpack. Let's have a look. Is this something that I can open? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, no worries. But what we can do is unload this mag, put this back here. Now we have a spare mag there. I'm going to collect some AK ammo, which I think will be pretty fun. Awesome, right, he's looted up. I think he can just come in and stand on this guy's shoulder here. Right, his overwatch is no longer required. Alright, you two can team up here and both head on this way. I think perhaps we overwatch this now. There and there. You guys are ready to go. Okay, our objective as always remains to get to the compass location. But I do want to kind of just clear out the area as best we can. Right, I haven't spotted anyone else. Oh, shoot, where did that come from? Ah, there. Okay. Right. Unfortunately, just missed my my overwatch window there. Okay, Malva has just dodged 2 shots, which is excellent news. Alright, Hawk's a little out of position here, so I think what we're going to have to do is... It looks like he can make it all the way here. Yeah, I'm not super keen on this. Alright, we'll just move on up. They are still kind of out of range. I wonder if we kind of go here. I am worried about other enemies as well. Let's watch this square. Might be able to lob a grenade over here, actually. Excuse me. Alright, do we just take the shot? I'm not sure whether I can get in range, so let's just see. So how far can I throw a grenade? Well, actually, only needs to go a little bit further. I think we can go here. I'm not going to go into cover, because I actually want to be able to escape pretty quickly. Is this going to reach? Okay, we can wound him. I don't know if this is going to put him down, because it's right on the edge, but let's see what happens. Nice. Is he going to do the same? No, he's not going to make it. Is he? So what I think I might do is just get into close range here, just past the wagon, and just take a high percentage shot. Yeah. Oh man, that sucks. Okay. Thought the blue would hit. That's very unfortunate. There's a little bug here with the end of turn. So he's gone to 0 AP. He should really end his turn. And the dialogue is not on. So... This happened earlier. How did I fix it, is the question. I'm just going to struggle away here, aren't I? I wonder if we just do a save and load. Let's see what happens with that. Save game. Haven't actually checked how this works with the new concurrency, so this might be interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, they look like there was a little timer on it. Ah, I know what's happening. Okay. So, yes, my apologies. I should have known this. What is actually happening is that it's the sort of hidden world turn for all the enemies outside of combat, right? So every enemy on the whole map, before this update, we had some issues where you would be in a tactical turn-based encounter and suddenly someone would run in real time. We obviously wanted to fix that. So part of this update, and this, as I said, is the first wave, we're missing the UI notifications for it. But basically what's happening is once we finished our tactical engagement round, the whole world gets a turn, and they're all acting. Unfortunately, at the moment, they were acting in sequence, which is why it took a little while. Once the update is complete, they will all act simultaneously, so it'll be a lot quicker. So that was what we were waiting for there. It wasn't that, it was actually frozen. Sheepdog had 0 AP. The round had ended, and we were going into that world stage, world phase at least. So, yeah, we're actually okay. Everything's good. Okay, so it's this dude now. Let's see how accurate the shot will be. How's he feeling? It's only yellow. Do I take 2 yellow shots, or do I move up and take a blue shot? No, why are you doing that, buddy? You get like a little flank going on here. I think we go for the 1 blue, maybe? Yeah. Yes, that was the right call. Amazing. Or as Project Hail Mary Rocky would say, amaze, amaze, amaze. Sorry, I watched that recently. Pretty damn good. Cool. Let's regroup. So, looks like the enemy numbers have been reduced in this town a little bit. A lot of solos patrolling. So I think what we'll do is maybe we'll split up into 2 parties. We'll go down this road. These 2 can go kind of through the slightly rugged terrain there. And then they can meet up at the junction. A few more things that we're working on at the moment, just to let you know. You'll notice there is an absence of being able to orient your soldiers in the direction you want them to face. So we've got work currently going on that, but also maintaining formation when moving. So at the moment, we just have the placeholder group move. If I can illustrate it real quick, you grab both of them. You can kind of see the little squares on the ground there. Just sort of randomly find a spot near your mouse cursor. We're going to have 2 move options. So in the wheel, for example... Oh, I see some guys. Sorry. Patrol spotted. They didn't see us. Okay, let's set up a little ambush here. If they stick to the path, that is. Right, these guys need to come around real quick. Ah, damn, too late. Ah, interesting. Okay. So we actually do have the multiple engagements here now, which is great news. The not so great news is Sheepdog just took a round. In fact, his armor blocked some of it. That's fantastic. But then he took a shot to the leg. I can't see... Where are they? Alright, there's one over there. So they did come off the path. It's interesting. So we're going to get to see how this works now. So we have these 2 guys acting, plus 2 that are in the combat engagement. However, we have the non-engaged over here. Now, in the past, we're able to just remove them in real time, which is obviously not. It kind of breaks the simulation part of this game, you know, having people moving in real time around others that are frozen in turn-based mode doesn't really make sense. But these guys have got their own turn now. You can kind of see here, MVR phase, these two will be able to act because they are far enough away. So it looks like there was an update to that range to reduce it from 3 kilometers probably down to, looks like, I mean, they're not that far away. They are out of visible range. Alright, that's all good. Now, let's sort this out. So Sheepdog is acting second. I think he's going to have to patch himself up. Has he got the bloods? He does. Okay, so I think he will patch up. What we'll do is we're going to move. Let's see if Mulva can make a shot here. These are only yellow. I think what we do is we take one shot and then suppress. Right, missed the shot. That's unfortunate. And then I think we suppress. And then Sheepdog can move. He's on 1.6 AP, so he's going to have to kind of... He's not going to go far here, unfortunately. Right, I think we lower weapon. That's now 0.4. Can move a little further, though. Oh, not really. Okay. Hopefully that puts him out of range. And then we can patch up to stop the bleeding on the leg. It's a fairly minor wound. Cool. Now we're in the non-engaged turn, which is pretty good. So these guys get a turn, and then after this, the enemies all move. So you don't see that. We are going to collapse those two phases down eventually because we have some plans for other things we want to do. But these two need to hustle and provide cover here while we get Sheepdog patched up. Cool. So these guys aren't in the combat engagement yet. We'll see how that looks shortly. It's now the world turn. So this is the bit where we just need to wait a little bit as all the enemies act that are not in combat. This guy's in combat. There's another one here that we saw running around as well. But hopefully this gives you guys the idea of kind of what we're aiming at here and what kind of control we want to offer in turn-based mode. Because we are grappling with this concept of a simulation that is then abstracted down to turn-based combat, right? We want to keep it as close to sim as possible. We don't want to have faction phases because that isn't how the world works. You don't have all the enemies go and then all of the friendlies go. We do have a initiative-based system, and so they should all be interweaved in that. But we are making some practical decisions that, you know, obviously improve the flow of gameplay. Right, what just happened? That's the enemy's turn now. Looks like it changed the order. I think it was just updating for the round, yeah. He's taking some more shots. Any hits? Negative. Fantastic. Okay. So this one guy's pushed up. I'm not sure where the other guy is. I'm a bit worried about it. So this is Melva. Melva is offering cover. I think because this person's moved closer, I think we just take a couple of shots. Miss. No, I'm not moving. Hit the armor twice. Wow. Plates of steel. Okay. Sheepdog has got a patched up wound. I'm not sure why we're getting such low frames here all of a sudden. Yeah, I dropped down to 39 there. I'll have to check that out, optimize the map a little bit. So we are on Sheepdog at the moment. He's not going to be able to do 2 shots. I'm wondering whether we do plasma here. I think we can still stem the blood loss with a bandage. We need to deal with this enemy, so his accuracy will be impacted, but... Oh, he didn't miss. That's great. Cool, I think then he needs to retreat a bit further back so that he doesn't take any more rounds. Ah, he got himself a specialization as well. Oh, this is Quake. Nice one, Quake. Okay, the guy's still up. Alright. Wait, so can we choose who goes here? No, I didn't think so. Okay. Can he shoot at this guy? He can. See, he's now been added to the combat engagement, right? So he's been removed here because he's now engaged. And this guy... Can he get a shot off? No. Okay, he can go on Overwatch then, I suppose, and just kind of watch that angle there. Right, now it's world turn again. Looks like he should be able to hit that Overwatch pretty easily if this guy moves at all. Just got to keep an eye on Sheepdog's wound as well. There is a chance for bandage wounds to break open, particularly if you're moving and firing. So I don't want to lose Sheepdog like I lost Kara last time without paying attention to it. Okay, enemies acting. Missed Melva twice. Melva has been fantastic at dancing around these bullets, which is great. And it is Sheepdog's turn, and as predicted, that wound is opened up. So we want to patch that up again. Right, last bandage. So... Come on now. There we go. Sorry, just misclicked, I think. Okay, and then I think his next turn he's going to have to apply bloods. I don't think he can apply bloods now, yeah. So I think we'll continue to run away. Sweet. Now it's Melva's turn. We need to put this guy down. So I think we are going to continue our shooting here. There we go. That's great. Cool. Not sure where his buddy is. Might be behind these trees somewhere. But I'm just going to cover Sheepdog's retreat with just an Overwatch here. Cool. And now I think we move on up here and just more carefully try and find this other guy. I'm going to just watch. I'm just a bit scared of a flank here. Okay. I believe it's the world turn again. Well, I didn't think we'd acted with this guy yet, so... Oh no, sorry, it is Quake's turn, by the looks of it. Yeah, there's some a little bit of jankiness here. Clearly a little bit more work to do on the turn order widget. So, with the double Overwatch, I think we can move on up. Quake did get a specialization, which is giving him extra AP here. Or not. Yeah, I think we found a little exploit there. That was tasty. Right, we know where the guy is at least now. Okay, missed his shot, unfortunately. And it is his turn now, that guy. So with a bit of luck, he doesn't... Oh, he's run away. Running away. Wow, legitimately running away. Wow. Guess we chase. There he is. Just need to pip him. Nope, he missed. Okay, Melva. You can run on up as well. Take a long shot, I guess? Nope, that's too far. Okay, we'll just step on up. Right, buddy, you need to apply some bloods to yourself. Right, so you used plasma, and now I believe that just helps with the wound resiliency. Let's just pop that back up a little bit. So that should help the bandage hold together. I'm a little bit worried though, actually, so I'm going to run out this way just so we can get some support from Hawk if we need to. Alright, I think it's the world turn this time. We do learn patience. Yeah, we might have to do some more bloods on Sheepdog. I'm a bit worried the bandage is going to rip open, so we're going to have to get Hawk to, I think, bandage him up again, potentially. In fact, it might be sensible just to move him over now. Yeah, I think we'll get these two close together. He can probably lower his weapon, actually. Cool. Alright, Quake is going to try and finish this guy off. That's a miss. Come on. There's a hit. Very nice. Right, so he'll be bleeding now unless he applies his own. Oh man, he just shot straight back. Holy crap. That is a significant wound as well. It is red, which means he is dying imminently. Yeah, I think this is this exploit where I'm able to... I guess we just put weapon up. Yep. Pop him on Overwatch, I suppose. Maybe it isn't world turn. Actually, no, we want to go patch. We want to patch. Oh, so Mel's got an actual med kit. That's good. Right. Whew. Not good. That was scary. Quake took a proper wound there. What was that? Hit him in the chest. Okay. Alright, Melvis got 0.1 now. I don't think we can do that, unfortunately. Cool, we'll just face the enemy. Alright, there's world turn at the moment, and then this guy gets another turn, which is not good. If he hits Sheepdog again, oh sorry, Quake again, then we might be in some serious trouble. Melva is carrying hard here. Taken 7 shots and done a major wound stabilization right in the middle of the battlefield, so that's pretty amazing. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is Hawk. Alright, what can he do? He's here on hand to bandage Sheepdog up if required. But I actually just want to offer some support here. Just pop an Overwatch there. This is Quake now with 1.2, so he's feeling that wound for sure. Let's see if he can just take this guy out. Unfortunately not. I think we back off a little. Melva's combat hardened from taking multiple shots. Yeah, let's have just a little cheeky look at that. So, immune to panic, steady under fire, slow emotional change. Yeah. We'll see what that, what impact that has. So, I wonder if we apply more bloods. Yeah, the wound resiliency went from yellow to blue. I think that's going to help potentially with this wound. He's got 0.8 left. We'll just shoulder up here in turn. Okay, Melva, our MVP, has a chance to finish this off. Missed. Come on. Ah! That's very unfortunate. Okay, they're all on 0 AP at the moment. So I believe it's world turn now. So there's something about this background actually. It's really chugging. So I think we need to optimize this area of the map, but potentially could be just the town. Yeah, a lot of textures there. As soon as I'm kind of pointing this way, it's a bit better. So I guess we'll look at it from the enemy's perspective. Alright. Cool. So you'll notice some changes to the turn order. At the end of the round, based on things like wounds and scars and all that, the initiative is actually recalculated each time. So it can change the order. This is the nature of battlefields, unfortunately. Right, Hawk is okay. I wonder if Hawk can move up and take a shot from here. Right, kind of apply some cover support here. Unfortunately missed. Right, this is dangerous. Melva's under fire. Melva dodges again, twice. That is incredible. Okay. Right, no one's wounded at the moment. We got Quake's turn. Still only got 1.2. We'll take the shot. There we go. Right, that's combat resolved. Cool, so now we need to be a little bit careful that we don't let anybody bleed out. So, let's just have a look. So who's got bloods? So Melva's doing the work here. Melva is over here. And we want to get Quake's wound resiliency up. So Quake can pop over there. And Sheepdog is okay. So I think Sheepdog can sort himself out. Okay, not required. Wait, does that mean Melva's not able to apply bloods to... Oh, interesting. Okay, so they obviously there's no requirement for it now that they're out of combat. Okay, fair enough. Let's head to the objective. So it looks like we're only doing a single playthrough for the stream today, because we're actually doing kind of okay for a change. I suppose there has been less enemies, so it's been a bit easier. Plus they're not quite as deadly with those headshots, so... Oh! Ooh, right, somebody just burst open here. Melva? Why is Melva bleeding? Melva, no. When did you take a shot? And I can't apply first aid? That's strange. Okay, that first aid on self is obviously not an option for some reason. Okay, Melva, are you okay? When did you take a round? What on earth has happened there? I don't see anything. I think that is a bug. I think Melva's chest wound. See, sheepdog's bust open now. Why not? Melva's broken open again. Right, we've got a problem here. I think I jinxed it by saying... See, I can't apply the bloods to increase the wound resiliency there either. So, sheepdog... No, not Quake. Let's go Hawk. Does Hawk have bandages? He does. I don't understand why we can't bandage sheepdog. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think sheepdog just bleeds out now, which is kind of awkward. Alright, let's get to the objective as quickly as possible then, I suppose. Oh, never mind. We're in engagement again. And this might allow us to actually patch up sheepdog, though. Right, so who have we got first here? Hawk. Hawk. Right, there we go. Alright, so there's a bit of jankiness in the real-time mode there about patching up and all that. So, yeah, we'll note that down and get that fixed. So, unfortunately, Hawk is now... It's 0.8 AP. I think it's because he took a few rounds. So, I'm not sure what to do here. I suppose we just end his turn. Okay, now we've got Quake. Quake has to just take a shot. He misses. End his turn. Sheepdog, you're up, buddy. You get 0.8. You gotta get a hit on this guy, otherwise we're in serious trouble. There's a hit, beautiful. Melva's just busted open, so... And it hasn't got enough AP to patch herself up, so I think she just dies from a wound that I didn't even see. Okay, we'll just move her back over here. And then, yeah, that's the end of the turn. I think Melva dies. Right, we are just waiting for the world turn to end. Okay, sweet. We seem to run some good initiative there. Right, I think what we do is we patch Melva up just in time. Yeah. Nice. So that'll protect her for a little bit. Wind resiliency is blue, which is okay. But we're running out... Oh, jeez. Quake's just busted open now. And he hasn't got enough. Oh, this is a disaster. Okay, move 2 wounded guys here. And the enemy's about to take a shot at poor old sheepdog. Missed. And hits. Okay. Yeah, this is not good. We have to hit him. Oh, he's missed again as well. Alright, retreat. We have 3 injured here, and Melva, bizarrely... Oh wait, Hawk isn't. I think he's out of med kits. So she's got a 1.2. She can actually do a heal on someone here. Which one is Quake? Quake? Yeah, Quake is the closer one. Okay. Come on now. At this point, we're just bouncing around wounds and medkits and stuff. Yeah. Well, there's 0.9 left, which is kind of interesting. Do we just run in? I think we just end turn. Okay, that's the world turn at the moment. Yeah, I mean, this does illustrate the difficulty about getting shot in combat. You know, we definitely want that idea that if you get shot, you can't just patch it up and carry on as if nothing had happened. And all 4 of our units have been wounded. And so this idea of the wounds opening up illustrates quite quickly here how getting wounded in combat just escalates into a terrible situation. Right, Hawk. Right, that guy's been hit twice now. He should bleed out. Can he patch anyone up? Does he have any? He doesn't have anything. Does he have bloods? Nothing. I think we're better off just doing another shot. Right, he missed. This guy moved a bit. Is he going to shoot? Oh, he is. Damn it. My Hawk's wounded with an orange wound. Wow. Okay, Quake. Time for you to do some work. I think we've got to patch up Hawk, yeah. Okay, nice work. This will bunch up nicely, right? Melva, nice, right. I think Melva can then medkit over here. Oh no, that's awkward. Yeah, we have some issues with collision of characters, so yeah, Melva unfortunately is not going to be able to do this patch. Oh god. Sheepdog has 2 wounds now, a blue and a yellow. That is not good. Right. He's going to give himself bloods. Hopefully that helps. And then just end his turn, I suppose. Yikes. This one guy is going to be the demise of our entire squad. So I just don't see... We've gone through almost all of our medkits as well. Okay, we're just waiting for the world turn. Hawk's busted open again. And it's Hawk's turn, and Hawk has nothing left. Right, he's going to just move 0.2 up, take a shot, and hopefully just put this guy down. Oh, he didn't. We're still taking fire. Alright, the guy didn't miss, thankfully. I mean, he is injured, so hopefully he bleeds out soon. Right, we got a med kit. Hawk is most urgent. I mean, these guys are building up some trust. All this S+ rankings going on here. I mean, he's up to S3. That is insane. So is Hawk. I'm surprised Melva isn't. But yeah, this if they survive this, they are a squad for life. That is for sure. Right, Sheepdog. Do you have anything you can do? I guess you can give yourself bloods, but you really need to shoot this dude because this is... There we go. Okay, we need somebody with bandages now. Does Melva have a med kit? Can't use it for some reason. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna have to run now. Lower your weapon. Why are you not lowering your weapon? Guys? Guys? Oh, they seem to be stuck in weapon ready. Okay. Alright, we're gonna just leg it. Let's go. Yeah, I just don't think they're gonna survive though. How did he get there so quickly? Oh, I guess he's running and these three are not. Maybe if we weapon ready him. Where are you going, bud? No one knows. Oh, just the one. Yeah, okay. Alright. I have to get our playtesters on this game again. There are a few little niggles. He is just going all in. Fantastic news. Probably going to start an engagement at some point though. Okay, stopping here. Still can't lower his weapon. Alright. You just go straight in there. No! Oh dear. Wow, this guy just literally runs straight in at us. Wild. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this is GG. Look, we got 3 wounds across the board, having used most of our meds as well. I think running was our only option. Yeah, you see, I don't think... I think we just run closer here. And then I'm pretty sure we just lob a grenade at this guy. Put him down instantly. Sweet, combat done. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Right, and they're all fast now as well. Okay. Alright, where's the one... What's Melva doing? Melva! No! Okay, Melva's got 2 severe wounds, so... The fact that she's even able to run is kind of insane. Are we going to be able to successfully complete this mission? If that is the case, I am going to be absolutely thrilled. Right, run on in. And we're coming up on literally 59 minutes right now of the stream. To get this team to the end, I'm just going to screenshot this, to be honest. This is incredible. Yeah! Woo! We did it! Oh, that is such good news. I didn't think that was going to happen. I will exfil. But yeah, these guys have gone up to S3. You can see here, Sheepdog has got an S plus here as well. We will exfil, obviously, but I just wanted to have a little look at our guys. Yeah, S3, S3, S3. Melva somehow only S2. Incredible, considering the amount of work she did. But yeah, that's really cool. Their S grades have gone up. Oh, just remember we exfilled, right? Yeah. Melva did eventually bleed out, so it shows that it would have happened. It wasn't a bug. Oh, and Hawks bled out as well. Here I wanted to natter away at the end of the stream. I should have just exfilled straight away and then spoken, but yeah, it shows how close this actually was. Cool. I mean, that was a pretty decent playthrough. We got to have a little look at the concurrency and turn-based versus real-time mode, the changes to the turn order widget, and kind of the first phase of managing engagements separately, which worked quite nicely. there is a sort of hidden enemy turn at the moment. Our devs are working on that for next week. So there'll be some simultaneous execution there, and it's just a bit more UI to show what's going on. Yeah, I think that'll definitely take us in a direction which is closer to where we want to be for this game. As always, thank you for watching the stream. These will go up onto YouTube eventually. If you'd like to get involved in the project, please check out the Discord. They should be in the links on Steam or in YouTube, depending on where you're watching this video /stream. There's also the website, birdhorizons.com, where you can get involved in the project as well. As always, we appreciate all the support from everybody that has helped us with the Kickstarter, and all the feedback we get in the Discord from the game as well, from those of you that are play testing it. We appreciate it, and keep it coming, and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.